Hi Taurus, if you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your scroll made in your name and essence and age to perfection. If you'd like to come on in, we'll scry your scroll, add on tarot and oracle in your shaman's palm. And we have Ghost Tube here kicking for any audio additions that may inspire or irritate. So receive or release freely, of course. Taurians are some... Okay. There's something definitely leveling up. Okay, I'm going to open here if you'd like to join me. Taurians, closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Coffee. Thank you. All right, Taurians. See, I feel like I'm preparing for something. Ooh. I have had a torch lit. Something's anchoring me, but I'm not stuck in the anchor, if that makes sense. I've chosen to anchor somewhere, but I'm not stuck there. I'm seeing happy sharks. They're quite playful. It's almost like if I was watching, Thomas the Tank Engine. I understand their trains. And maybe there is a show or something about maybe Finding Nemo. I've never seen it. I don't know. But I'm seeing something cartoony. And the sharks are happy characters. Or anyway, that's, yeah. I took a leap of faith.
Rituals.
Took a leap of faith on something. I have intentionality. Oh, there's a lot. Okay. I feel like I'm soaring. If you're to jump into or off a diving board, and then you're gonna do a dive, but then it ends up being a belly flop. I feel like it's not gonna be a belly flop. It's actually very elegant.
Louder.
Or eloquent is the way I'm seeing it come through. Eloquent. I feel like a happy shark, especially in the emotional body. Maybe you're feeling really good right now, Taurians. Feeling good. Obviously, you can be shark. There might also be somebody who, Shark Tank. Is that a thing? It's some show. Maybe you have an idea about something, and you think it's going to flop, but I don't see it being a belly flop. I see it. I see just maybe the presentation of it going really, really well. Again, eloquent and elegant. It's almost exquisite, if I may. Exquisite presentation. What the outcome is not... it's way too far out in the aura for me, probably because it's undecided. The energy exchange is starting to come together, but I see the presentation of it well. I've put my heart into it. I've put my person, place, or thing. I've put my heart into this. Maybe you're looking for a promotion or relationship, and roses being handed over. Monday could be a thing, or the moon. Moon energy. I feel like something, because I'm hearing Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, so there might have been something you've been working on behind the scenes. It's like if, Taurians, you might be able to just pull things, and people are like, where did that come from? When did you have time to do that? Or when in your day, if everyone else sees your day, generally speaking, you do this, and then come home and whatever. And it's but then you say, oh, I've written a book, or, oh, I wrote this song, or, oh, I built shelves. And you're like, oh, when did that happen? Or maybe there's a promotion you wanted at work, or a position, and you did extra studying. And when I say extra, I don't mean extra. You went out of your own way to engage in some sort of education, to knowledgeify yourself. Like a shark, you went and sought it out so you could speak it eloquently, the language of somebody, so they would recognize, oh, they know what they're talking about. Maybe we should consider, this Taurian for this position, or even somebody relationship wise, if they have an interest in something, and it's just kind of respecting to say, I did, or maybe they speak a different language. Do you know what I'm saying, Taurians? That's what it feels like. People are like, when did you When did you learn that? You're like, don't worry about it. Taurian doesn't reveal his secrets. Hunter of honor, absolutely. Absolutely.
Lights.
And that's in your wind. Sorry, your cave of ice here is hunter of strength. Mm-hmm. You have lots of honor, Taurians. Lots of honor. It's like the same tool you can use
What do you
in
want?
different ways. It's like your ability to see that. What is that? I don't know what it's called. It's fleeting me. But if someone's like, oh, what is this? And this is typically what it's used for. And I don't know if it's just different things you've thought of, but you're like, oh, we can also do this with it and we can do that with it. And people are like, what? How did you even think of that? It's like I'm looking around at something like 3DE, 4DE. I'm going to go into your Cave of Hearthfires. Shaman of Courage. Oh my goodness. This is like spread out right through your entire scroll. See, and there's even in this, not compared to, in conjunction with Taurians. It's like, what? I don't know. It's just what I do. It's what I do. I'm a Taurus. It's what I do. But really, what you've been doing.
Who is he?
But there's something about maybe there's been some backstabbing in the past in that cave of ice that I'm seeing, and so you're mindful of what you disclose, like in a melt to people. You're mindful of that. Do they have honor? Do you have honor? And not even someone just saying that. It's almost like if somebody says, no, I'm honorable, and you're like, okay, I'm not just gonna just take that at face value. It's like, again, going to that dark side of the moon, asking questions to see what that means to them, because honor
Grandmother.
doesn't always mean the same thing to people, like the caliber of that. And it's not a competition about it. It's just this confirmation. So maybe you ask certain questions, especially if you're a boss looking for an employee, or maybe you're someone looking for a partner, and it's like our ethics and morals on the same lines, our ideals. We don't have to go about it the same way. It's not about being sane.
Where is it?
It's compatible in the morality of it, so that there's a lot of trust there to move through the actions that are going to be different, expressed differently, experienced, but then translated, and to have the courage to know that. The courage of, what was that word? I can't remember the word now. It's already gone. It's already gone. Okay, Taurians, I'm going to go into your Cave of Rivers. You got your sights set on something. It's very, very clear. At least to me, there's something you want.
Uncle.
There's something you want. And I'm seeing in the show, I saw it actually from the beginning. Raised by wolves. And the main, I don't know if it's a robot or what she is, rises up. And I know it's, anyway, so she can see. When she has a certain set of eyes in, yes, she can do damage. But that's not, it is what it is. And she can see. Hunter of vision, I can see. But I'm in the Cave of Rivers, so I want to know what flow of frequency I'm going to. Almost like a tracker. tracker or trickster.
Related.
And Taurians, whatever effort it takes, maybe it's a meditation, maybe it's something you do, maybe it's knowledge, gaining knowledge, reading up on something, or investing time with someone to get more information. It's kind of like dating, right? You date to get more information, but everyone's on their best behavior, which is fine and it's appreciated. But it's like, okay, let's, maybe you're going to the next step in a relationship where you dig deeper and kind of, get into the background of things. I'm not sure what it is, but I feel like you understand what I'm talking about, because it's like anchoring in, but I'm not stuck there. Let's dig in, let's anchor in. But I'm not stuck here. When there's a commitment, though, it's yeah. You'll commit to the vision. Anyway, so when I see this, I cannot remember the mum anyway, and she floats up to sea, and it's like I can see this cave of my river. What frequencies am I flowing with? And can I see any traps along the way, self-imposed or self-created? I don't know. Or any tricks along the way, or if there's going to be any complications. And I'm going to decide when I get there, is it an obstacle and opportunity? Obstacle or opportunity, right? Hot or cold? Interesting. Hot or cold, hold. And maybe you're going to hold back some sort of information, ancestor of protection, because you're going to protect your honor. And this is in your cave of earth. Going to protect my honor. Something about a lot of stripes. I don't know if somebody was in the military or
Always.
like a decorated soldier. I'm seeing a lot of stripes.
Child.
Okay, I'm going to start adding on some tarot here as well. Thank you so much, Taurians, for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. If you haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe. If you resonate with this reading, or you're holding space for others to receive the reading, gratitude galore. Yes, you have traveled on to different states of existence. You're Victorians. Hunter of Strength. Justice. There's something about size coming through. And when I say size, it's okay. So thank you. So that's helpful. So it's like seeing the heart weighed against the feather. The size and the scope of them are different on the surface. But how it's measured is in the very tangible things isn't existing. You don't look at the feather and know what it's been through when it was, working with its host, and then when it fell and what it's floated through in the air and winds of time. And you, looking at the heart, you don't actually see the experiences, the feelings that it's felt. But it's like those things are how something is measured. Hunter, in your cave of winds,
Electric.
the 5 of spears in your hunter of honor, you're not going to fight to fight. You'll do things the right way. And that takes courage. And when I say right way, I'm not applying a judgment for everyone else to follow. But I know I'm responsible for my judgment. And then upholding my character to that. Does that make sense? And you share it, that caliber, you share it. Other people might see you as a threat in some way. Maybe if there's a lot of people going for a job or something like that. I don't. Shaman of Courage. 3 of Spears. People wonder. Well, I wonder. People wonder. Maybe you wonder as well. Okay, so that's the way.
Threat.
Thank you. It's like looking out when we were talking about rising up and seeing for anything, any
Asia,
travels, tricks, frequencies. It's like and if you know me, I'm going to read the art first versus necessarily the words. But if Three of Spears means anything to you, follow that first. And always feel well to comment below if you see, sense, or feel anything. I'm on shore observing. There it is. And all the boats in the background are also observing. But I'm on the ground and I'm standing still, observing. They're all on boats, vessels that are floating. So there's always a slight movement. I can see all of them. They can only see towards me, through depending on where they are amongst the many. Does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense somewhere. And it's kind of like I stand alone.
shovel,
I drink alone. Is it Tom Thorogood? Yeah, I drink alone. Hopefully you don't drink alone, but you know what I mean. And it's like they will, other people, places, or things you don't align with. If you, again, this isn't in a judgment that creates haste. It's just, okay, go. And it feels very smooth. I feel like it's smooth sailing because I'm not interested in random combat for no reason at all. Hunter Vision, Two of Spears. Yeah, you are moving away from complicated crap. That's what I see. Complicated crap. Maybe the politics at your work is complicated. Maybe the relationship is complicated. Oh, yeah.
what do you want?
Say it. Say it. Right here in your cave of rivers, with your vision. What is it that you want? Both the male and female energies are doing the same thing. Different areas, different caves, but they're doing the same thing. If you're in a partnership, again, you're in alignment. Again, these are just the energies stepping forward. If you're in a relationship and maybe you've been through some stuff and it's like, okay, where are we going to sail to now? Because we're over that hump per se, and we're looking at things differently, but we're both on the same page. Everyone has different tools too. It feels very there's a Nine of Cups there on the bottom. Ancestor of protection. Okay, so you had the Ten of Swords come out. Eight of Swords was on the bottom there. It's like I'm protecting myself from not being caged again. I'm not going to impose upon my individualness amongst the interconnected. I'm not going to be imposed by it where it blocks me. For something about my potential. And in your Cave of Earth, the Ten of Swords came up, but the sun was right behind it. I feel like this is, it's like being on the dark side of the moon, but it's really your sunny side. And maybe not a lot of people see that. I feel like you also might have walked away from something, job position somewhere, someone, and you were deemed the bad guy about it. Or, bad girl, the scapegoat. And you had to defend yourself over something. And then you just stopped. And you let them fight amongst themselves, trying to utilize you still as the point person. You're like, no. But by trying to continuously be involved in it, your higher awareness is brought into into that, and you're just stopped. You just stopped out of self-respect
Curse.
for what you want, because it was a distraction. I feel like there's some envy around you as well, which is weird, but you have the sun here in your cave. So whatever it is that you are drawing down, whatever you are protective of, and also like gophers are coming through, so you might work underground a lot, and it's like that. You know, it's hidden. It's not hidden because it's secretive. It's hidden because it's like a silent strategy. No, it feels sacred. It feels sacred because it's giving you space as well to fine tune what it is that you want. You know, that's what it feels like. It feels like sacred space, and whatever that means to somebody, and however that looks. Feels well. All right, closing out messages for Taurians. If I didn't say so already, thank you for sharing, and subscribing. Oh my goodness. All the links are below if you'd like a personal or you'd like to donate, support the channel. Thank you. Thank you. Closing out messages for Taurians. I have here, fools embrace transmuting pain. You've done it. This is that whole weight, right? The whole weight from the beginning, the justice. Fools embrace, you've transmuted it. You have risen above the fray. Even if that fray is parts of you. Because that's the ultimate honor and courage to look so deep within or around my mindset and recognize where I am creating my own enemies or frenemies. Get out of my own prison. I'm anchored but not stuck. I'm not anchored in concrete. Sky dancer, surrender, and overflow, overwhelm,
Move
and plenty. I feel like, yeah, move over world. There was another card here. Yep. I thought there was something. We'll take one more. Beloved. Okay. Anything, 5 of Spears, that you are working with honor. It's like I just flicked it away. Like, I got me some honor. Any of this chaos that I was involved in or invested in, I surrendered. These are those happy sharks I was seeing in your scroll. You're like, I'm still a shark, but I can be happy. I can be happy. I don't need to be so, fear mongering. The courage to be a happy shark. Just feel emotional and ethereal. And your vision of what you want, whether it's the female energy or feminine energy or a partner or an aspect of somebody who is your polarity partner. I feel like plenty is going to come in. It's going to pour into you. It's going to pour into you. It feels very, very magical because, right, and when I say magical, because it feels like I'm so happy I'm crying. That's what it makes me feel like. I'm so happy I'm crying. And I draw in with the things that I care most about, the fire of my heart, which burns like the sun, and I'm carrying them like apples. Gifts. If anyone has deemed me a traitor, okay. But I now utilize any swords that were like placed against me mentally or physically or even wands, and I use them as protection. Not to the degree it cuts me off from anything. Actually, I feel like there's something where, let's just say in exchange with people, places, or things. And like I'm seeing them in the symbols of like swords and cups and wands and all that. And it's like outside of a house that has all this decoration, and you might not even see like traps or tricks along the way. And I'm using those words, but they're not the right words. but they're there like in a reflective walk. So somebody might be walking up your driveway or towards your energy, and it's like a weird little graveyard, but it feels very purposeful and honorable, because it's like as this person, place, or thing steps to, and even you Taurians, because this is very reflective of the honor is reflective. It's held for everyone. It's very clear. I feel like it's a very clear path. So as I'm
How does
walking
it
up
work?
like this driveway and I see these things, and they represent something to help people remember our last interaction, or what you said. I don't know. It's, again, it doesn't feel like a punishy thing. It just feels like, let's acknowledge where we're all at. So our interaction is of value, and it's beautiful, and it's heartfelt, and it's strong, and it's sharp. Anyway, and then same thing, Torian, whenever it's like you're leaving and you're going off somewhere, there's all these, maybe they're like sculptures, or, things hanging around for you to remember, and
Living room.
possibly tools to pick up along the way before you set out to whatever it is that you're moving towards. Does any of that make sense? I hope I didn't butcher that completely, but
Am I dead?
it feels most likely love, but you're still alive, just in a different density. It's like being on someone's property of their persona, and seeing all these different things that have meaning. Very artistically done as well, if I may say. All right, Taurians, I'm going to let you go. Please remember, this is what you're drawing down. Beautiful, beautiful work. Until next time, thank you for scrying with me, and I'll see you again soon.